Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's class, we are going to be working on WAEC 2023 Mathematics Objective questions. And our focus for today is question number 1 to 5. The WAEC examination question comprises of 50 objective questions. So we are going to be sharing this question in fives. So after working with question number 1 to 5 today, from our next video, we should be expecting question number 6 to 10, 11 to 15. That is how we're going to pick them in fives till we complete the 50 questions. Now let's start. So these are the questions we're going to be working with. Now let's start with question number 1. For question number 1, we have evaluate correct to 3 decimal places. Let's have this in mind. Correct to 3 decimal places 4.314 times 0.000056 all over 0.0067. So what we are going to do here, we're going to multiply the numerator first. Whatever answer we get, we divide it by the denominator. So multiplying the numerator, we're going to be using our scientific calculator. So what we'll have after multiplying the numerator is 0.00024158. Then we'll have all over the denominator, which is 0.0067. So when I divide this together, I have 0.03605731343. So we can stop here. Now the question says correct to 3 decimal places. So now that we've gotten this answer, we need to approximate to 3 decimal places. So the answer is 0.036, because after the decimal point, there should be 3 numbers left behind. That is the meaning of 3 decimal places. So for my option, the answer is B. Option B is the correct answer. Now let's move to question number 2. For question number 2, it says there are 30 students in a class. 15 study woodwork, 13 study metalwork, 6 study neither of the 2 subjects. Neither. Now the question there says how many students study woodwork but not metalwork. So this is saying how many students study only woodwork but not metalwork. So this is a set question, meaning we are going to be needing a Venn diagram to represent the information. So I'm going to draw 2 sets. This is for woodwork, I'm calling it WW, and then for metalwork should be MW. So we have there are 30 students in a class. The universal set is 30. 15 study woodwork, 15. 13 study metalwork. 6 study neither of the 2 subjects. So if I have woodwork intercept metalwork, the complement of this is neither. So the complement of this is 6. So when we talk about intercept means those that study both woodwork and metalwork. Now we're having a complement. Complement means not. That means those that did not study the 2 subjects. So if intercept means those that study the 2 subjects, so a complement of it should be those that did not study the 2 subjects. So neither. So I'm going to represent neither like this. So how many students study woodwork but not metalwork? So if you take note of this question, it says 15 study woodwork. It did not say 15 study only woodwork. So because there is no only here, I'm going to have S for the intercept. The S here represents those that study both woodwork and metalwork. So because the question did not take note of only woodwork, neither did it take note of only metalwork. It said 13 study metalwork, not 13 study only metalwork, but metalwork. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to minus S from the both of them. This S I'm removing those that study both of them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add 15 minus X. That means I'm going to add these 2 sets together. Remember the neither also. When I add everything together, we're going to equate it to the universal set, which is 30. So this means I'm going to do 15 minus X plus 13 minus X plus 6, which represents those that study neither the 2 subjects. Then it will be equating it to the universal set, which is equal to 30. So which is 15 minus X plus x plus 13 minus x plus 6 all equal to 30. So minus x plus x is 0, and then we'll have 15 plus 13. Let's have this plus 6 minus x equal to 30. So what I did, I collected like term, bringing all the numbers together. 15 plus 13 plus 6. Then we'll have our minus x here, which is this, all equal to 30. So 15 plus 13 plus 6 gives us 34. Now we have 34 minus x all equal to 30. Collecting like term, minus x is equal to 30 minus 34. When 34 crosses equation sign, it becomes minus 34. So minus x is equal to minus 4. Cancel the x from both sides, then we'll have x is equal to 4. So the value for x. Now the question there says, how many students study woodwork but not metalwork? Meaning only woodwork. This is for only woodwork. 15 minus x. 15 minus x is for only woodwork because this x represents those that studied both of them, remember. So if I remove those that studied both of them from woodwork, I'll be having only those that study woodwork, which is going to be 15 minus x is what? 4. Now what is 15 minus 4? 15 minus 4 is 11. 15 minus 4 is 11. Now from the option, we have 11 to be option C. So the answer for question number 2 is C. Now let's move to question number 3. So for question number 3, we have solve 2 raised to power 5x divided by 2 raised to power x equal to 5th root of 2 raised to power 10. So this is an exponential equation, that is indices. So solving this question, I will be introducing one of the laws of indices. The laws of indices says whenever we have the same base number, let me rewrite this question. We have 2 raised to power 5x divided by 2 raised to power x equal to the 5th root of 2 raised to power 10. So whenever we have division in indices, it's going to lead us to subtracting the powers. So since we have the same base number here, 2 is here, 2 is also here. So I'm going to pick one, and because of this division here, I'm going to subtract the power. So this is going to be 2 raised to power 5x minus x. So I picked one of the base number, then the powers I subtracted, then 5x minus x. Now all equal to, also one of the laws of indices, whenever we have roots, it is going to be the same as fraction. That means when we raise to the power of fraction. So since we have 5th root is the same as 1 over 5, power of 1 over 5. So it's going to be 2 raised to the power 10 times 1 over 5. It is going to be a power. So the root here, 5th root is going to become 1 over 5. It must be a power. So raised to power 1 over 5. Remember this 10 is from the question. It is raised to power 10. 2 raised to power 10. So 2 raised to power 10 times the 5th root. Now if I'm going to 5 here 1, 5 in 10 is 2. So we are left with 2 raised to power 5x minus x is 4x equal to 2 raised to power. We have 2 times 1 remaining here, which is going to be 2. So since this is exponential equation, and here we have the same base number, we are going to cancel them out and then compare the powers. So for the power, we have 4x is equal to 2. So bringing this power together, we are having 4x equal to 2. Now divide both sides by 4, so we'll be able to get the value for x. Cancel, cancel. The answer for x is, when I break 2 over 4 to lowest term, I have 1 over 2. So x is equal to 1 over 2. And here, option C is the answer. So x is equal to 1 over 2 for question number 3. Now let's move to question number 4. For question number 4, we have solve 1 plus cube root of x minus 3 equal to 4. So the first thing I have to do here is to collect like term. Of course, this is number and this is number. So I'm going to bring them together. So I'll be having cube roots of x minus 3 equal to 4. When plus 1 crosses equation sign, it becomes minus 1. So I'm having cube roots of x minus 3 all equals to 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. So for me to get rid of this cube root, I'm going to cube both sides. You know, cube root is the same as, for indices, cube root is the same as 1 over 3, power of 1 over 3. Then if I have power of 1 over 3, I can get rid of this fraction by multiplying by 3, which is cube. So cube root both sides, I'm going to be having the cube root of x minus 3, so then equal to 3 cube. So this is the opposite of cube. You get, this is the opposite of cube root. Cube is the opposite of cube root, so it will take it out. So cube will cancel cube root. Now we are left with x minus 3 equals to 3 cube. 3 cube is 27. So for me to get the answer for x, I'm going to collect like term. Collecting like term, I'll be having x is equals to 27. When minus 3 crosses equation sign, it becomes plus 3. So the answer for x is 30. 27 plus 3 is 30. So from the option, we can see that question number 4 is option C, which is 30. Now let's move to question number 5, which is the last question for today. Express 413 base 7 in base. This is a binary question. Now, converting from other bases to, converting from a base 7 to another base, which is not base 10, the first thing we have to do is to change this base 7 to base 10. So after we've gotten our answer in base 10, we can now convert from base 10 to base 5. So we cannot directly convert from base 7 to base 5. It's not possible. So the first thing we have to do here is to convert to base 10. Now, converting 413 base 7 to base 10, we're going to put a power here, 0, 1, 2. Now, what I'm going to do is 4 times this base raised to the power of 2. So what I'm going to do here now, this 4 that I have 2 on it is going to be multiplied by 7 raised to the power of that 2. Now 1 is going to be multiplied by 7 raised to the power of the 1 on it, and 3 is going to be multiplied by 7 raised to the power of the 0 on it. So this is 4 times, we have the base 7, and then what do I have on it? 2. So just understand that whenever you have a number like this, from the back, start with 0 and then continue to wherever the number stops. If I have 1, 4, 3, 2, I'm going to have 0, 1, 2, 3. So that is what I mean. I'm going to start from the back with 0 and then write the numbers at the top. The numbers at the top becomes the power for the base. So we have plus 1 times the base raised to power. What power do we have here? 1. Then the last one here will have 3 times the base raised to power 0. So now we'll have 4 times 7 raised to power 2 is 49. Then plus 1 times, obviously 7 raised to power 1 is 7. Then plus 3 times 7 raised to power 0 is 1, because in indices, anything raised to power 0 is 1. Now we'll have 4 times 49. 4 times 49 gives us 196, plus 1 times 7 is 7, plus 3 times 1 is 3. So when I add all this together, I get 206 base 10. 206 base 10. 206 base 10. So let's agree that 413 base 7 is equal to 206 base 10. Or we can write this in words, 206 base 10. So the next thing I'm going to do is to convert this 206 base 10 to base 5, which is what the question asks us to do. The question says we should convert to base 5. So this 206 base 10, I'm going to convert it to base 5. So the next thing I'm going to do is to divide the 206 base 10. I'm going to divide it by what we are converting to. We are converting to base 5. So 206 will be divided by, I will be dividing it by 5. This is what we call repeated division in number bases. So I'll be dividing by 5. Now 206 divided by 5. 20 will give us 4. Then 6 in 5 in 6. 5 in 20 gave us 4. Now 5 in 6 gives us 1, remainder 1. Now we're going to divide again by 5. That is why it is called repeated division. Now 5 in 41 is 8. Then 8 remainder 1. Because 5 times 8 is 40. Then remainder 1 because we have 41 here, so it's going to remain 1. Now I'm going to divide by 5 again. 5 in 8 is 1, remainder 3. I'm going to divide by 5 again. 5 in 1 is impossible, which is 0, remainder 1. I cannot stop here and say the answer should be like, let's stop at 1 because it is impossible. You just have to divide because in 1, like how many 5 can I say in 1? It is impossible, so it is only 0. Then 0 remainder 1 because this one is remaining. You can't throw it away even if it is impossible. We're going to bring it to the side. Now for we to collect our answer for number bases, we're going to be taking them from the bottom to the top. We're going to be taking the answer from the bottom to the top. This is why I drew this arrow here. Now our answer is 1, 3, 1, 1. So the answer is 1, 3, 1, 1 base 5. 1, 3, 1, 1 base 5. So judging from the option, our answer is B. 1, 3, 1, 1 base 5. So the answer for this question number 5 is B. So this is what I'm going to be stopping today on the WAEC 2023 Mathematics Objective questions. This is what we're going to be stopping for today. In our next video, we're going to be working on question number 6 to 10. So come back for that. Bye.